Good morning. Assalamu alaikum, girls. Can you hear me better? Boys and girls, can you hear me? Beta, I'm not getting your replies. Can you hear me, boys and girls? Okay. Okay, Fazia. Walaikum salam, beta. Okay, let's start our lecture. First of all, the students who are present right now, kindly write your attendance in the chat box. The students who are present right now, kindly write your attendance in the chat box. Okay, let's start our lecture now. As you all know that this ongoing week is our literature week, and we are going to have our literature lectures in this week. Today we are going to have lecture number 32, and date is 2nd of September 2020, and obviously it's a lecture of literature. Fauziya, nowadays we are not uploading assignments because of your monthly test. As it same happens in your school as well, whenever you're having your monthly test, we don't give you any homework. So that is why we have stopped your assignments due to these monthly tests. But as soon as these monthly tests will be over, we will upload all the assignments together. Okay, I hope I'm clear. Okay, so today we are going to have our lecture number 32, and date is 2nd of September 2020, and obviously it's the literature week. Okay, we have completed the reading and explanation of lesson number 11, and that was a village fair. Now today we are going to have our lesson number 12, and again it's the poem. The name of the poem is Speak Gently by Anonymous. Okay, who is going to give me the meaning of word anonymous? What does anonymous mean? Anybody who can give me the answer? What does anonymous mean? Yes, very good, Fauziya. Anonymous means unknown. It means that we don't know that who has written this poem, who is the poet, and any information about that person is unknown. Okay, so anonymous means unknown. So this is your lesson number 12, and Speak Gently. It's a poem by Anonymous, means unknown person. Okay, this poem contains four stanzas altogether, but I have not included all four stanzas in today's lecture. I have split this poem into two lectures. Two stanzas I have included in today's class, and next two stanzas, inshallah, we will do tomorrow's class, inshallah. Okay, so let's start reading an explanation of this poem Speak Gently. As title of the poem, name of the poem is giving us an idea that it is something about speaking or talking very softly and very gently. This poem is basically a poem which emphasizes upon your way of talking, your accents, your words, your selection or your choice of words. This is all about this thing. Okay, the writer who is unknown, we don't know anything about that writer. We don't know the name of that writer. He has basically focused on or emphasized upon the soft and gentle speech. Okay, so let's start reading the stanza now. Speak gently, it is better far to rule by love than fear. Speak gently, let no harsh word mar. Okay, mar means to spoil. किसी चीज को बर्बाद कर देना, spoil कर देना. The good we may do here. Okay, so as the stanza you have read in front of you in screens on your screens, the stanza is in front of you, and I don't think so that there is any difficult word that you are not able to understand. Only this word mar, which means to spoil, किसी चीज़ को खत्म कर देना, तबाह बर्बाद कर देना. So basically, the writer is saying that we should always talk very softly and very gently. The choice of words, the selection of words should be very, you can say it should be, we should choose the words and we should select the words very, very carefully because by using soft words and by speaking gently and softly, we can rule this world. We can rule over the hearts of the people other than fear. Yes, it is okay that we can rule over the hearts of the people. We can rule over the world by implementing our fear, by our influence of fear. But obviously, that influence and that effect will not be the long-lasting one. Okay, so we should always use soft words. We should talk softly. We should talk gently. And if we want to rule this world, if we want to rule hearts of people, we should always conversate them with soft words and with gentle words. We should always communicate with them softly and gently. Okay, this is the teaching that our Islam, our religion also teaches us. एक कॉल है, एक हदीस है, सॉरी, कि तुम में से बेहतरीन शख्स वो है जिसका इखलाक सबसे अच्छा है. Okay, in simple words, if I tell you कि if a person is very pious, बहुत नेक है, बहुत परहेजगार है, नमाज पढ़ता है पाँचों वक्त की, और रोज़े रखना, तमाम फ़राइज़ जो भी हैं हमारे बीइंग अ मुस्लिम, वो सब अदा करता है. बट इखलाक वाइज अगर उसके इखलाक की बात की जाए, इखलाक उसका अच्छा नहीं है, बोलने का तरीका उसका अच्छा नहीं है, लोगों के साथ बदतमीज़ी करना, बुरे तरीके से पेश आना, इट मीन्स दैट कि उसकी वो तमाम नेकियां जो वो अभी तक करता हुआ आ रहा है, उन सब नेकियों का कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है अगर उस इंसान का इखलाक अच्छा है. वाई? बिकॉज स्पीक जेंटली इट इज़ बेटर फॉर रूल बाय लव देन फियर. ये बात हकीकत है कि हम लोग दिलों पे हुकूमत खौफ से भी कर सकते हैं. अपना डर बिठा के, अपना खौफ बिठा के, वी कैन रूल ओवर द वर्ल्ड, वी कैन रूल ओवर द हार्ट्स ऑफ द पीपल. बट आई कैन बेट यू, मैं आपसे इस बात की शर्त लगा सकती हूँ कि वो जो रूल करना होगा, दैट विल नॉट बी लॉन्ग लास्टिंग. वो कभी भी हमेशा के लिए नहीं रहेगा. Yes, if you are talking gently, if you're talking speaking softly, by using soft words, by using mild tone, your words will always rule over the world. Your words will always rule over the hearts. And let me tell you, इंसान इस दुनिया से चला भी जाएगा. If he is dead, he is no more in this world. लेकिन इंसान, वो इंसान हमेशा अच्छे लफ्ज़ों में याद किया जाएगा. उस इंसान के बारे में लोग जब भी कोई बात करेंगे वो हमेशा अच्छे अल्फाज ही इस्तेमाल करेंगे बिकॉज ऑफ द सॉफ्ट words, because of the speaking gently, because of soft and mild tone of that dead person. वो इंसान इस दुनिया से जा चुका होगा, लेकिन जब भी उस इंसान की तारीफ की जाएगी, वो यही की जाएगी कि उसी के इंसान का इखलाक बहुत अच्छा था. एंड दिस इज कॉल्ड टू रूल बाय लव, to rule over the world, to rule over the hearts of people forever. यानी कि हमेशा के लिए कि आप इस दुनिया में नहीं भी हैं, आप इस दुनिया से जा चुके हैं, लेकिन लोग आपको याद कर रहे हैं, अच्छे लफ्ज़ों में याद कर रहे हैं. दिस इज़ कॉल्ड द विनिंग ऑफ हार्ट्स. इसी को कहते हैं दिलों का जीतना फॉर एवर. हाँ, वाइस वर्सा, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द पर्सन As I told you, he's a very gentleman, he's a very pious person, but he has never used soft and mild tone, soft words. He, in his life, he always ruled over the world. He always ruled over the hearts of the people. But because of that fear, when he will die, when he will leave this world, इंसान के बारे में लोग बात भी करेंगे तो शायद अच्छे लफ्ज़ों में नहीं की जाएगी बिकॉज कि उस इंसान का इखलाक अच्छा नहीं था। तो ये जो हमारा दीन कहता है, हमारी हदीस है कि तुम में से बेहतरीन शख्स वो है जिसका इखलाक सबसे अच्छा है। यानी कि वो तमाम इबादत, हमारी नमाज़ें, हमारे रोज़े, हमारी ज़कात, हमारा हज उम्रा, वो सब एक तरफ, उसकी इम्पोर्टेंस एक तरफ और दूसरी तरफ है हमारा इखलाक। यानी कि इखलाक सबसे बेहतरीन चीज़ है कि इफ़ यू टॉक, if you speak gently, softly, you can win over the hearts. You can win the hearts of the people. You can rule over the world. आप इस दुनिया पे हुक्मरानी कर सकते हो. आप इस दुनिया को जीत सकते हो by using soft words and by using mild tone. Okay? Okay. Speak gently, let no harsh word mar the good we may do here. Okay, this is the same thing that I have told you in the previous two lines as well. He speak gently, let no harsh word mar. यानी कि we should speak gently, we should speak, we should use soft tone, we should use mild tone. Let no harsh words mar the good we may do here means कि whatever the good deeds, whatever the good acts, whatever the good things we are doing in this world. Walaikum salam, Aisha beta. Whatever the good deeds and whatever the good acts we are doing in this world. But if we are not using soft words, if you are not using the mild tone, if we are misbehaving with the people, if we are using harsh words, our way of talking, our accents are harsh, it means that all those harsh words are spoiling all those good deeds that we are doing in this world. यही चीज़ मैंने आपको अभी पिछली टू लाइन्स में एक्सप्लेन की कि पर्सन इज सो पायस, ही इज सो जेंटल, बहुत नेक है, तमाम नेकियां इस दुनिया में करता चला आ रहा है। जो कुछ भी अल्लाह ताला ने हमें करने को फरमाया है, वट एवर द गुड डीड्स दैट अल्लाह हैज़ आस्क्ड अस टू डू इन दिस वर्ल्ड। लेकिन सिर्फ एक बात कि हमारा इखलाक अच्छा नहीं है, हम अच्छे अल्फाज इस्तेमाल नहीं कर रहे, हम लोग बहुत बुरे तरीके से पेश आ रहे हैं किसी से बात करने में। कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि हमारा यही बुरा इखलाक, हमारी यही बुरा बात करने का तरीका, हमारा यही बुरा बात करने का अंदाज और हमारे तमाम हार्श वर्ड्स उन तमाम नेकियों को स्पॉइल कर दें जो आज तक हम इस दुनिया में करते चले आ रहे हैं। लेट मी टेल यू दैट इंसान पूरे दिन में बहुत अच्छे काम करता है, 100 नेकियां करता है, लेकिन एक कोई ऐसा, यानी कि हमने कोई ऐसे वर्ड्स यूज़ कर लिए, हमने कोई इस अंदाज में बात कर ली है कि जिससे किसी का दिल दुखी हो गया, जिसकी वजह से हमने किसी के दिल को रंज पहुंचाया है। हमने किसी को बिकॉज ऑफ आर यूजिंग आर हार्श वर्ड्स, because of our harsh words, if anybody is suffering, if anybody is hurt, so I can say that give all the good deeds that we have done for the whole day. Maybe those harsh words may spoil all the good deeds that we have done. Okay, that is why the writer in this poem is focusing and emphasizing upon speaking gently. The writer basically sees that by speaking gently and by using soft words, we can get or we can attain the spiritual power of rule. It doesn't mean that physically you are ruling this world. No, by using soft tone, by using soft words, you can achieve or you can attain the spiritual power of rule. यानी कि रूहानी तौर पर आप इस दुनिया पे हुक्मरानी कर लेना। जैसे in your previous poem, Beautiful Hands, The writer is not impressed by her mother because of because of her physical beauty. No, basically she is paying a tribute to her mother because of her spiritual beauty, उसकी रूहानी खूबसूरती. This is what the writer is saying. Okay, not in physical sense that you are ruling the world. You can rule the world. You may rule the world by attaining the spiritual power of rule. Okay, so we can say that if we are treating somebody harshly, it's kind of a sin which can spoil all our good deeds. Okay, ये तो मतलब हमारा मजहब ही कहता है कि किसी के साथ बुरे तरीके से पेश आना, किसी के साथ बुरे तरीके से बात करना, इट्स अ सिन, गुनाह है ये. So it can spoil all our good deeds. It can spoil all our good qualities that we are doing, the good deeds that we are doing in this world. All those good qualities and good deeds may be spoiled because of harsh words and harsh, you can say, accent and wrong selection or wrong choice of words. I hope I am clear. Let's move forward. As I have explained you this stanza as well, but I have written explanation for your ease and for your convenience. This is basically the reference of the poet. These lines have been taken from the poem Speak Gently, written by an anonymous poet. In this poem, poet asks us to speak in soft and mild tone to all, because kind words go deep into the heart of listener. The effect of speaking gently is good and long lasting. This is this is what I have told you in my previous slide. Okay, if you will talk gently, if you will speak in a soft and mild tone, your kind words your kind words go deeper into the heart of the listener. बहुत गहराई के साथ आपके अल्फाज जो है वो दिलों पे असर करेंगे. Now see the explanation. In these lines, poet says that when we speak with others, we should use kind words. If we want to rule the people, we should get their obedience by love, because obedience secured by love is better than that which is the result of fear. He further says that we should use mild words and not harsh and unkind words, because harsh words may spoil our good deeds. The writer is saying that yes, we can attain the obedience of people by ruling them with fear, by using harsh words. हम लोग गुस्से से और रोब जमा के भी लोगों की हुक्मरानी हासिल कर सकते हैं लोगों पर से. We can get their obedience, but that obedience will not be long lasting. Okay, as soon as you will leave the world, people will never you can say recall you in good words. People will never memorize you in the good words. Okay, so always use soft words and mild tone whenever you are talking to someone. Your conversation should be very mild and very soft. Okay, now if we talk about our religion, our Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, is the greatest example for all of us. हमारे लिए तो हमारे प्यारे नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम बेहतरीन नमूना है इखलाक का. आप सबको पता है ये वाकया कि किस तरीके से एक बुढ़िया जो है उन पे डेली कचरा फेंका करती थी, और एक एक दिन जब उसने कचरा नहीं फेंका तो हजूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को परेशानी हुई कि वो क्यों आज नहीं आई या क्यों उसने आज ये हरकत नहीं की. और वो हजूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम उस बूढ़ी औरत की खबरगीरी करने के लिए पहुंच गए, और यही हजूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की गुड डीड थी, यही उनकी एक अच्छी बात थी जिसने उस बूढ़ी औरत को मुतासिर किया. She was so, you can say, impressed by our holy prophet, peace be upon him. और उसको इस बात की शर्मिंदगी हुई कि वो देवी उनके साथ क्या करती थी. और एक दिन जब वो वहाँ मौजूद नहीं थी, उसने ये हरकत नहीं की, तो हजूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम उसकी खबरगीरी करने के लिए पहुँच गए. दिस वॉज द थिंग that has impressed that lady, and she has embraced Islam. She has accepted Islam और वो दायरा इस्लाम में दाखिल हो गई. Our history of Islam is full of such examples कि बहुत से कफ़ार तो सिर्फ इसलिए ही इस्लाम दायरा इस्लाम में दाखिल हो गए कि वो मुसलमानों के इखलाक से मुतासिर हो गए. वो मुसलमानों के बात करने के हमारे सहाबाए कराम, हमारे प्यारे नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, उनके बात करने के अंदाज, उनके इखलाक, उनके सॉफ्ट वर्ड्स, उनके जेंटल स्पीच से ही मुतासिर होकर दायरा इस्लाम में दाखिल हुए. सो यू कैन दिस इज द एक्चुअल थिंग. दीज आर द एग्जाम्पल्स दैट टेल अस. हमारे सामने ये चलती फिरती मिसालें हैं. अगर हम अपनी हिस्ट्री ऑफ इस्लाम को पढ़ना शुरू करें तो हिस्ट्री ऑफ इस्लाम इज रिच ऑफ सच एग्जाम्पल्स कि बहुत से लोगों ने, बहुत से गैर मुस्लिम मुसलमानों ने इस्लाम ही इसीलिए कबूल किया कि वो हमारे इखलाक से मुतासिर हुए. हमारे हजूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम इस चीज़ की बेहतरीन एग्जाम्पल है. ही इज़ द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल इन दिस वर्ल्ड के अनपैरेलल्ड एग्जाम्पल, यानी कि अनमैचेबल. उनके सामने दुनिया की कोई और मिसाल नहीं है जो कि आपके सामने रखी जाए. हजूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम बेहतरीन मिसाल है इस दुनिया में, जिन्होंने दिलों पर रूल किया, जिन्होंने दिलों पर हुक्मरानी की by using soft words, by using mild tone, and by soft way of talking and soft accent. Okay, so this is about the reading and explanation of first stanza. I hope this explanation of first stanza is clear to all of you. Kindly tell me in the chat box, is there any confusion or is there any question that you want to ask me about your first stanza, or should we move forward? I'm waiting for your reply. If you are listening me, kindly answer my question. If you have any question or if you have any problem that you wanna ask, okay, okay. So we are moving forward now. Beta, it's very simple and very easy poem. Nothing is difficult in this poem. Let's move towards the second stanza now. Okay, okay, okay. Now we are moving towards our second stanza. Stanza number 2. Speak gently to the little child, its love be sure to gain. Teach it in accents, in accents soft and mild. It may not long remain. Okay, there is nothing which is very difficult and you don't know the meaning of that word other than accents. And I have written the meaning of word accents. Accents means tone of voice. Tone of voice means your way of talking. आपका लहजा, आपके बोलने का अंदाज. This is called accent means tone of voice. Okay. So now in stanza number 2, the writer is saying that speak gently to the little child, its love be sure to gain. Now the writer is giving us an example of a child in the second stanza, and he's saying that we should always talk and we should always speak and we should always choose soft words and mild tone whenever we are talking to a child. Whenever we are talking with a child and we are teaching him something, we want to teach something to the child, we should always use soft words and mild tone. Why should we use soft words and mild tone? Can you give me the answer of this question? Why the writer is emphasizing upon the soft words and gentle tone while talking with a child? Is there any specific reason behind this? Why should we talk gently and softly with a child? Can you please give me the reason of this question? Anybody? Because the writer is emphasizing upon speaking gently because it is the best way. Speaking gently is the best way to train a child and win over his love and trust. If we want to win the love and trust of a child, अगर हम किसी बच्चे का ट्रस्ट विन करना चाहते हैं और हम उस बच्चे को के दिल को जीतना चाहते हैं, we have to use soft words. We have to speak gently because speaking gently is the best way to train a child, and it is the best way to win over his love and win over the trust of a child. But if you don't adopt like mild accent, if you don't adopt the mild attitude of your teachings may not uh, uh, remain or persist for a long period. Okay? See, teach it in accents soft and mild, it may not long remain. The writer is saying if we want to win over the trust, if we want to win the trust of a child, if we want to rule over the heart of a child, we should speak gently, we should speak in a mild tone. Our accent means of a tone of voice should be very soft and mild. This will be the best thing to train a child. This will be the best deed to educate or to teach a child. Otherwise, if you are not using the mild tone, if you are not using the soft accent, your teachings may not remain longer. Your teachings may not persist longer. अच्छा, if I give you an example of our school, आप देखिए हमारे स्कूल में लाइक प्री नर्सरी के बच्चे होते हैं, प्ले ग्रुप्स के बच्चे आते हैं, उनका डे वन होता है स्कूल में। आप ये देखो कि डे वन होता है और वो बहुत रोते हुए आ रहे होते हैं और मेड्स जो है वो उनको, हमारा जो लोअर स्टाफ है वो उनको गोद में उठा के क्लासेस तक पहुंचा रहा होता है बिकॉज दे आर नॉट विलिंग टू लीव देयर पेरेंट्स, they want to stay with their parents. Why do they want to stay with their parents? Because they know their parents very well, that they are their family members and they should stay with them. And first day in school, day one in school, uh, very good, Nisha. You have given a very good answer. So I am giving you the example of a child when they have a first day in school. School is a new place for them, a new atmosphere, new people, new faces. They get confused. वो परेशान हो जाते हैं. Obviously, they want to retaliate. They want to hesitate to come to their classrooms, to join their teacher, to join their classmates, and they retaliate and they want to go back with their parents. So this is now the responsibility of a teacher. Now this is the duty of a teacher to speak gently, to use the soft and mild tone of talking, of speaking, to use soft accent to make them comfortable, to make them relaxed, to make them friendly with that new atmosphere and with the new people. अगर पहले ही दिन आप सोचें कि वो बच्चा रोता हुआ स्कूल में आ रहा है और टीचर ने उसके साथ बहुत हार्श एक्सेंट में बात की है, टोन ऑफ वॉइस इज सो हार्श एंड सो क्रूल, द चाइल्ड विल नेवर एवर कम बैक टू स्कूल द नेक्स्ट डे। वो कभी भी उस स्कूल में आने की कोशिश नहीं करेगा, वो रिटेलिएट करेगा, ही विल हेजिटेट टू कम बैक टू स्कूल। So this is all about ruling over the heart of a child. If we want to teach something to the child, if we want to explain him what is good and what is bad, what is better for that child, we should speak in a gentle manner. Our conversation should be full of soft words, mild tone, and soft action. वो हमारे लहजे से ही मुतासिर होके, हमारे प्यार भरे अंदाज से ही मुतासिर होके, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता, slowly and gradually, by the time, day by day, he will be, you can say कि he will become used to of that new atmosphere. Okay, then day by day he will be willing to come to the school, and इसी तरीके से फिर this process continues and goes on. Okay, So if we want to teach something new to the child, we should use our words very, we should use very soft words and gentle tone to teach something, because the thing that we teach to a child by using soft tone, mild tone, soft words, it will always go deeper. The soft words always affect deeply in the heart. वो अल्फाज जो बहुत खूबसूरत अंदाज हैं, बहुत नरमी से बात की गई है, एक्सेंट बहुत अच्छा है, हमेशा सॉफ्ट और माइल्ड एक्सेंट इंसान के दिलों पे डीपली अफेक्ट करता है, बहुत गहराई में मुतासिर करता है इंसान को। इंसान उस बोलने वाले के अंदाज से ही मुतासिर हो जाता है कि वो खुद ब खुद मजबूर हो जाता है उस इंसान से बात करने पर। दिस इज व्हाट द केस इज विद अ चाइल्ड, कि इफ the teacher is using soft word, if a teacher is having a mild tone and soft action, the way of talking and way of teaching will affect deeply on the heart of that child. But vice versa, if you use harsh words, if you use harsh accent, or your word, the selection, the choice of your words is not good, your way of teaching will never persist longer. Your words will never remain longer in the hearts of people. अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आप दिलों पे हुक्मरानी करें और आपके अल्फाज, आपकी बात दिलों की गहराई तक पहुँचे और हमेशा रहे, तो इसके लिए आपको हमेशा खुश इखलाक होना पड़ेगा. You will have to always use soft words and soft and mild accent. Okay? Now, दिस इज द एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ सेकंड स्टैंजा. वैसे तो मैं आपको बहुत डीपली एक्सप्लेन कर चुकी हूँ, बट अगेन वी कैन रीड इट वंस अगेन. In these lines, poet says that one should speak to a little child in soft and mild tone. It is certain that he will love him. If someone is teaching something to him, it might be taught in polite manner and soft accent, because who knows how long he will remain here. Yes, this is the truth, that we don't know कि how long we are going to live in this world. हमें नहीं पता कि हम इस दुनिया में आज हैं कल नहीं है. जो इस चीज दुनिया में हमारी जाने के बाद हमेशा जो चीज रहेगी, that will be our way of talking, our accents, our word. इन उर्दू हमारा इखलाक हमारे जाने के बाद भी इस दुनिया में हमेशा हुक्मरानी करता रहेगा. So this is all about the explanation of these two stanzas. Now we are moving towards the comprehension, and you people are going to give me the answer of these questions, because I have explained you the poetry, the two stanzas very deeply and in a great detail. Now who is going to give me the answer of first question? What are the advantages or benefits of speaking gently? Who is going to give me the answer? What are the advantages or benefits of speaking gently? What are the advantages or benefits of speaking gently? I hope you must be typing your answers. Hurry up, girls and boys. I want to know the answers from you people. What are the advantages or benefits of speaking gently? Okay, the advantages of speaking gently are that the people always remember us in good words. Good. We may not live long, but our gentle deeds will be remembered after us. We can morally rule by speaking gently. Very good, Harim. Very good, Fauzia. Good answers. Okay, now we are moving. The particular child is able to understand anything in gentle tone. Good, Zayan. The people will be attracted to you and will like to talk with you. By speaking gently, we can rule the hearts of people. Our gentle words remain remembered by the people. Very good, Faiza, Daniel, Zayan. Very good. Okay, what about question number two? What does the poet tell us to speak gently to children? Why does the poet tell us to speak gently to children? इसका एक सवाल. One of the answers was given by very good, Misha. Yes, this is the right thing, that our Words go deeper into the hearts of listener. Very good. Okay, why does the poet tell us to speak gently to the children? Obviously, इसका एक आंसर तो मुझे शायद मीशा ने दिया था. The effects of speaking gently is the best way to explain the child what is difference between good and bad. Yes, and it long lasts. Obviously, this is the best way to train a child. The best way to train or to teach a child is to speak gently, and it will persist and it will uh, always remain in the heart of that child. Yes, very good, Hari. Soft and gentle words always touch deeply. Yes, because children like the soft and gentle speaker होगा बेटा. या तो आप ये कह सकते हो या फिर आप soft spoken या gentle spoken person बोल सकते हो. Daniel, I hope you are getting me, beta. Okay, anybody else who wants to give the answer of second question? The poet tells us to speak gently to child because it is the best way to teach a child. Yes, this is also the right answer. It is the best way to teach or to train a child. Good. Okay. What about question number three? What are the disadvantages of speaking harshly? What are the disadvantages of speaking harshly? Who is going to give me the answer of this question? Fauzia has given the answer. The disadvantages of speaking harsh words are that we can lose or spoil our good deeds which we did in this life. Very good. Yes, this is the basic thing the writer is focusing. See, whatever the good deeds we are doing in this world, in this life, our harsh words, our harsh accent may spoil all those good deeds. Very good, Fauzia. Anybody else who wants to give the answer of that question? Question number three. What are the disadvantages of speaking harshly? Yes, it destroys all our good deeds. Very good. And let me tell you that our Islam is full and rich in the history. You can say our history is full of such kind of examples. Muslim history, Islamic history, is rich in such kind of examples which tell us that uh, talking gently, soft tone, soft accent really goes deeply in the heart. It really affects deeply in the heart. एक बात है जो हम किसी को प्यार से समझा रहे हैं और एक बात है जो हम किसी को गुस्से से समझाना चाह रहे हैं. वो बात जो हम गुस्से से समझा रहे हैं, जो बुरे तरीके से समझा रहे हैं, बाय यूजिंग हार्श वर्ड्स, हार्श एक्सेंट, वो बात इंसान गुस्से और डर की वजह से, अगले बंदे के गुस्से और डर के समझ तो लेगा, लेकिन दैट विल नेवर रिमेन लॉन्गर, that will never persist longer in the heart of that person as compared to the thing that we are teaching any other child or any other person by using soft words, by using gentle words. It will always remain longer and it always affect deeply, always goes deeply in the heart. Misha has given the answer and Faiza has given the answer. Those people who speak harshly may rule the world temporarily, but not permanently. People may like us in front of us, but in the background. But to think of us. Very good, Faiza. बहुत अच्छा जवाब दिया बेटा आपने. Nisha has given the answer. The disadvantages of speaking harshly is that our words may hurt the feelings of others and our relations with each other may destroyed and may ruin our life. Very good. Very good girls, very good boys. You have done a great job. So I hope that today's lecture is very well clear to all of you, and there is no question, there is no confusion that you're gonna ask from me. So till my next lecture, beta, take very good care of yourself. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you, and Allah Hafiz.